you just wanted her to eat and grow, and she wasn't, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And
everyone would say, well, she looks fine. She doesn't look too small. She doesn't look too skinny. She'll be fine. My kids are picky too. That was the big one. Lots of kids are picky. She's just picky. We first started noticing that there were some issues that she was having when she was just past 1 because she wasn't gaining weight appropriately.
it was a nightly battle. I mean, dinner time was exhausting for us.
There were a lot of different things that we tried to see if she would gain weight, and finally her doctor talked to a pediatrician who recommended the Star Institute. So that's when she got to come here for her evaluation, and at age 2.5, that's when we discovered that she could only chew like an 8-month-old.
They were saying that Charlotte was not really chewing. She was smashing her food against the roof of her mouth with her tongue. And so they had us eat saltine, just trying to eat it just with our tongues. It was so, I think that was a huge insight into what she was going through, and suddenly realizing that by the time dinner was over, she was exhausted.
Well, I mean, who would have thought that a kid wouldn't eat something that was crunchy, but you wouldn't know that it was just too loud in their ears when they're chewing.
Part of what we learned here is just how to slow her down or calm her down, things like that, because obviously this whole process is not just, Star Institute isn't about food, it's about sensory processing.
I think that there's so many people that are probably affected by it that even on a small scale that just don't realize it. And then you get this label of picky or whatever label they decide to assign to it, when in reality it could be greatly helped.
The more people you talk to, the more people you realize are struggling with things like this and don't even know that it's an issue. Or that it's something that, even if it's not truly a huge issue, something that could make their lives better. I mean, that's the big thing to me, is our lives are better now because of this process.
Can't imagine her having to continue going through life like that. I mean, she can eat the foods her friends are eating now. She can try new foods. I think it truly was life-changing. I mean, last night she had meatloaf and broccoli and mashed potatoes, and so the meatloaf had all these mixed textures in it, and it was just, every once in a while you really can see how far she's come, and you notice, gosh, you've made so much progress.
You kind of want to go back to those people that said she was picky and be like, her favorite foods now are smoked salmon and clams, and you're like, look, she wasn't picky. This is how we got here.
There's a missing piece to the puzzle, and so I think that it was just important for us to continue to advocate and question.
The whole process was just, every time I look back on it, I'm so happy we found this, because I don't know what our lives would be like now.